inputs and outputs of what the Inlet system does. It's really a way to connect the content providers with consumer channels. What the prior approaches have all been predicated on was building a new channel. What consumers have overwhelmingly said is they want to interact with the channels they already know and trust. What Inlet allows us to do is take the content, and when I say the content, it is bills, statements, proxy, notices, all those sorts of, those different types of statements can be distributed through Inlet, but there are really three components. One is a PDF of the document. The second is metadata that makes it easier for the consumer. And that metadata may mean this is a tax-related, this is a 401k statement, it's tax-related, and that way it can be auto-filed for the consumer in the appropriate folder. So they can easily find that data, that document in their repository later. And the third part of that document plus metadata is a marketing and services component. So if the consumer has a question about a trade they made or wants to contact their broker, the information about how, where, the links to do that are part of the package that's distributed with document, metadata, marketing and services, all as a bundle to each of those consumer channels on the right. And when we talk about the consumer channels, today, the Inlet platform is under contract with over 4,000 banks and credit unions. And I think it's interesting to talk a little bit about cloud storage, and let's go into that one for just a little bit more depth. What's interesting about cloud services is today, of the people who are using cloud, and there are now multiple millions of cloud users between Dropbox, Evernote, the Google Cloud, the Amazon Cloud. Consumers are storing in the cloud at an amazing clip. What's interesting is today for consumers, the proposition of storing in the cloud is very compelling to them because they have a repository that they then control, reducing variability. They can go back to the place with the brand they trust to be their storage repository. Today, for people with cloud accounts, 4 in 10 of them are already storing their bank statements, and more than 2 in 10 of them are already storing their brokerage information in their cloud accounts. And just as when we talk about how easy or not easy that is to do today, in most cases, what that consumer has to do is download from their bank site, from your website in the brokerage community, and then upload it to the cloud. Inlet has recently announced, and a little more detail today, that with Dropbox and Evernote, we will be connected to do that. From your websites, we can power the consumer choice to immediately go on an ongoing basis to their cloud storage choice. So to the consumer, it would be invisible from your website. They could say, I want to go paperless, and from now on, put my document every month in Dropbox. An easy, transparent service for the consumer. And today, when a large number of people are doing it, when it's hard to do, think how powerful it will be for the consumer to do this when it's easy. It's a click of a button, and it happens automatically in the background with an audit trail for you. And that's a service that Inlet now has available.